Hello, hello, hello. Okay, guys, so we are now live again. Let me know in the comments whether you can hear my voice or not, so I can start the live stream. Okay, guys, so we are back again in today's live stream. Now, as I said in previous as well, that this is going to be the continuation of our yesterday's live stream, and this is going to be so many different parts, out of which this is going to be the second one. So this is going to be the continuation of animation that we did yesterday. Okay, so if you guys are new to this live stream, I would like to let you know that one day ago I have did this live stream, and we have created this animation. As you guys can see from here on the screen, we have created this, and now we are going to continue this animation and we will try to create more out of this. Okay, so this is the, I think, 11-second animations, and in this live stream we will also try to do something more out of this, or we are going to add something in it. Okay, so let me know in the comment section whether you can hear my voice or not. Okay, then we will go further. Okay, so in yesterday's live stream, we have created this animation. The animation starts like from this cube over here. It's going to get bounced, then it goes downwards, and we will create, you'll get some shocking waves. And then it goes further, and we will get this ball kind of structure over here, and then it rotates. Now we need to create another scene from this point. So for that, I'm going to create a totally new composition. So first thing first, don't forget, always save this animation. Go to the edit, preferences, and go to the auto save options. Make always remember to choose auto save and choose 1 minute and hit OK. Now I'm going to press Ctrl N to create another composition, and I'm going to call it as animation 03, and width is 1920, and height I'm going to choose 1080, and background color I'm going to choose white color and simply hit OK. Then let's close all of this animation 02 as well as this slide 02 for now. Now I'm going to press Ctrl N again, and this time I'm going to call this as 500 pixels by 500 pixels. I'm going to create this kind of composition, and I'm going to call it as box. Okay, and we will get something like that. Then I'm gonna go in my shape tool, and I'm going to choose my ellipse, and fill options I'm going to choose black color, and I'm going to simply hit OK. Then simply double click to create one composition like that. Now I'm going to select this, and I'll press S for scaling option. Let's make this value 0, create one keyframe, go to around 1 second, and let's make this value 100. So obviously we are gonna get this kind of animation over here like that. Select those keyframe, and we are going to hit F9. uh, Hit F9, then go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move this handle over here like that, so we will get something like this. Okay, Now after that, I'm going to select this and I'll hit Control D to duplicate it. I'm going to press F4 over here so I can get these options, and I'm going to choose alpha mask, or I'm going to choose alpha inverted mask, and I'm going to select this portion and I'm try to move this over here. I'll take a gap of 15 frames. So if I check it out this, I'll get something like that. Then after that, I'm going to select this shape layer and I'll hit Control D to duplicate it. I'll go to 1 second, and with the help of open square bracket, I'm going to move this over here. Okay, like that, like this. And let's enable this. Okay, so this is how we have got this. Okay, also I forgot to tell you one thing, that if you have any doubts regarding to this animation or anything which is related to motion graphics, let me know in the comment sections. As well as also join our YouTube membership Motion Pro, which is just for 59 rupees. So it would be a support for this channel, and you'll get access to a lot of complex animations and advanced animations as well. Okay, so let's go to the video again. Now over here we have created this shape, and we have created this kind of animation over here, like that. Now after this, what I want is that there should be some kind of a pattern over here. So for that, I'm going to select my ellipse tool again, and I'm going to create very small pattern over here, which is this one, like very small ellipse, and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the align tab, align it left, and then align it top. Then we'll go to the add, and we are going to choose repeater. Go to the repeater, transform repeater, and let's reduce the portion somewhere up to this. Then we will increase the number of copies up to this. Then disable, not disable, but minimize this repeater 1. Then I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate it. Go to the repeater 2, transform repeater 2. Let's make this position 0, and let's increase this position on this portion like that. And let's minimize this. Select this, hit enter, and we are going to call it as pattern, like that, not something like that. Okay, then select this and bring this downwards, and we are going to choose alpha mask. So if we check it out this now, we will get something like this. Then again, I'm going to select this shape layer and I'll hit Control D to duplicate it, and let's in, we will get something like this. Now after that, I'm going to select my rectangle tool and double click to create this rectangle, and let's remove this fill. We don't need any fill. And then I'm going to choose black color for the stroke. Okay, like that. And let's increase the stroke width to somewhere up to this, like that. Like it should cover the entire portion. And this animation should start somewhere from this one. So let's go to the add menu and choose trim path. Go to the trim path and let's make this end value somewhere around 0 and create one keyframe. Then zoom in and let's go somewhere up to over here, or let's say 4 seconds, and let's increase this end value like that. So we will get something like this animation. Select those keyframe and hit F9. Go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move this handle over here, and let's move this handle over here, and let's save this file. Okay, and hit U to minimize all of this. So now if you check it out, this animation, we will get something like that. Now let's select the shape layer, go to the search option and search for cap, and instead of line cap, I'm going to choose round cap. Then go to the start over here. In search option, again search for stroke width, create one keyframe over here, hit U, go over here and create another keyframe. Then go to the start, and initially let's make this stroke width 0. Select those keyframe and let's hit F9 again. So we will get something like that. So if you see this now, we will get this kind of animation over here. And I think this animation should start somewhere around at this point. So I'm going to move this over here. Okay, like that. So if you check it out this, we will get this kind of structure over here. Okay, then go to the animation 01, and I'm going to bring my slide 04 in this portion. then bring our box over here like that, and this box is somewhere around at this point. Okay, now press S and let's make this value 50. Okay, now I'm going to select this and I'll hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and by holding Ctrl move this over here, hit Ctrl D and let's move this over here, hit Ctrl D and let's move this over here, hit Ctrl D and let's move this over here. Okay, then I'm going to select this all four portion, or instead of that select this one, hit Ctrl D, let's select the sixth one, and let's by holding Ctrl move this over here, hit Ctrl D, select this last one, by holding Ctrl move this over here, select this last one, hit Ctrl D, uh, sorry, select this last one, and let's by holding Ctrl move this, again hit Ctrl D, select this last one, and let's move this over here like that. So if you check it out, this animation, we're gonna get something like that. Okay, we don't want this kind of pattern. What I want is that this middle one should start earlier, so let's select this middle one. Let's go somewhere around, take a gap of 5 frames, select this one and this one, and with the help of open square bracket move this over here, go to 10 frames, select this and this, open square bracket move this over here, 15 frames, select this and this, and move this over here, go over here, select this and this, and with the help of open square bracket move this over here. So if you check it out, this animation, now we are gonna get something like that. Now I'm going to select this and I'm going to press Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose, and I'm going to call it as animation line and hit OK. Then after that, click on this icon over here, then hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and by holding Ctrl try to move this over here, hit Ctrl D, by holding Ctrl try to move this over here, then select this middle one, hit Ctrl D, select this fourth one, by holding Ctrl try to bring this over here, then select this one, hit Ctrl D, select this fifth, by holding Ctrl move this over here. Okay, now again take a gap of 10 frames, select this second and fourth one, and with the help of open square bracket I'm going to move this over here, take a gap of 20 frames, select this and this, and move this over here. Okay, so if you check it out, this animation, now we are gonna get this kind of stuff. Now I'm going to select all of these lines and I'm going to press Ctrl Shift C and I'm going to call it as mask. Okay, like that. So if you check it out, this, now we have this thing entirely as a mask. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to select this slide 04 and I'm going to press F4 and choose alpha mask. So now if you check it out, this animation, we will get this kind of revealing animation over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, with the help of simple stuff we can create this kind of illusion. Okay, but before that I'm going to select this mask and I'll hit Ctrl D, and I'm going to bring this downwards, and let's enable this layer. This, for this mask over here, I'm gonna go in my effect and presets panel and I'll search for fill effect, and I'm going to double click to apply, and I'm going to choose white color over here, and let's disable this. Now I'm going to take a gap of a few frames, so hit page down button 2 times so you can go 2 frames forward, select the uppermost layers, and with the help of open square bracket move this over here. Okay, now press Ctrl K to open the project settings, and let's change this to black color so you can check it out what is actually happening over here. We are getting a little bit what we can say white overlay over there, like that. Okay, and if you want, then you can take a gap of 5 frames as well, you can move this over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are getting this proper animation. Now let's go to the main animation over here. As you guys know that our animation was ending somewhere around at this point, so let's go somewhere around this point. I'm going to hit Ctrl 0 and I'm going to bring my animation 03 over here, And let's try to bring this over here, and with the help of open square bracket I'm going to bring this over here, and let's increase the duration of this animation. Okay, so what will happen, that this animation is gonna get at this point. So if you see this animation from the start, first we have this animation, and then we have this animation, and then after that we'll get something like that. Okay, now it's time to start with our next animation over here. Okay, now next animation is going to be about eye animation. So let's go inside this. Okay, let me drink some water because we have already covered most of this, because I forgot to mention about the Motion Pro membership and other stuff at the start of the live stream, because I was very excited, so that's why I have started earlier. So yeah, thank you. So uh, as we have discussed that we have created this much animation, and what if you see over here, we have already started with our next scene over here, which is going to be this one. If you want, then you can start to do this animation somewhere around at this point over here. Okay, so I'm going to bring this portion at this point, and yeah, so if you like this portion, uh, hit on that like button, also hit on that subscribe button, as well as join our My Motion Pro membership, which is just for 59 rupees. You'll get access to all the new stuff, very very interesting stuff, and it would be a support for my channel. Hello Stan Senpai, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong in a wrong way. Okay, so let's start with the uh, next portion. Now we need to create a kind of a eye kind of an animation, so let's go inside this. We are up to this portion, and now let's time to create some eye kind of animation. And so for that I'm going to select my ellipse tool, and let's we don't want this stroke, so let's remove this stroke. And for the fill I want to choose white color for now. Okay, or yeah, and now I'm going to enable my rectangle tool, and I'll double click to create one rectangle like that, and I'm going to bring this downwards over here. And when this entire stuff is happening, I'm gonna go and bring my this white color rectangle somewhere around at this point when this entire stuff is going. Or instead of let's do one thing, instead of this rectangle we will choose our ellipse only, and I'll go to the start, and by holding shift I'll create one ellipse. Let's select this and press Ctrl Alt Home. Okay guys, so there is one person, Don Halla. Hi bro, hope you are doing good. Feels good to see someone doing After Effects stage. Yes, guys, actually, this is kind of a new. I haven't found anyone who is doing After Effects stream on YouTube. So, yeah, if there is any, that's really good. But personally, I haven't found anyone. So, yeah, I also feel very blessed. So, yep, thank you for watching this stream, guys. It means a lot to me. And if you are loving whatever I do, then please like, share, and subscribe to the stream. It would be a boost for the stream, and we will try to do some more advanced stuff. And also in the stream, if you want in future to do certain kind of stuff, let me know in the comment sections, as well as this in this live chat as well. Okay, so I'll do that in the future. Okay, so now let's get back to the stream. Also, don't forget to join my Motion Pro membership. It will be a support for this channel. Open design. Hello, yes guys, hello open design. So press S for scaling option, but before, go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically, and let's make this value 0. Initially create one keyframe, go somewhere around 1.20 frame, and let's increase this value totally to 100. Bring this downwards, and this animation should start somewhere around at this point, like that. Okay, then after that I'm going to select all of this, not all of this, but this uppermost layers. Press Ctrl Shift C, and we are going to call it as split, and hit OK. Exactly, bro. I am a graphic designer and motion designer. Yes, bro. Actually, this is the pipeline, buddy. Everyone who is a motion designer, initially they start their career with graphic designing as well. Okay, so when I started my career, I was also a graphic designer. I used to do graphic designing for website banners and etc. But then one of my teacher told me about After Effects, so I did that. Okay, so guys, we have another member, Steam's Senpai. Okay, welcome to the Motion Pro membership, bro. And I hope you are going to enjoy the content that we have created in Motion Pro membership. I would suggest try to do typography stuff. It's really cool. And at the start of the membership, you will find some more advanced tutorial about After Effects. There is proper one entire animation I have created. It's a kind of a series of 5 episodes. And I would recommend, if you want to master logo animation, check out my Google logo animation series on membership. It would be a game changer if you want to master Google logo animations, or not only Google logo animations but other animation as well. So if you are members, or then I would recommend you to join that, not join that, but watch that videos and try to practice it along with your skills. Also, if you're not a member, then I would recommend you to join the membership, and also you can join my After Effects videos as well on YouTube. Okay, so I hope it will motivate you, and obviously thank you for the support. It motivates me as well. So now let's start with our animation. So as you guys know that if you see over here, I have named this layer as a split, which means I want to split this layer. So for that, what we need to do, I'm gonna go in my effect and presets panel, and I'm going to search for CC split effect, and let's double click to apply. And if you apply CC split effect, from name itself you can split this kind of effect. So as you guys can see over here, we are already getting that blinking animation of an eye. Okay, so we are going to do the same. So somewhere around at 4 seconds, I'm going to create one keyframe at split, then I'll hit U, then I'm gonna go somewhere around 5 seconds, and I'm going to increase this value. Then let's bring this anchor point at this portion, and then bring this at this portion. Okay, and let's reduce this blink size. Select this, and let's hit F9 to easily use those keyframe. Go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move this handle over here and move this handle over here. So if you check it out, this animation from the start. Love this motion tutorials. Thank you so much. Okay, we are getting something, but this looks very slow to me. So by holding alt, I'm going to move this up to this. Okay, like that, and it should start somewhere around at this point. So I'll try to bring this over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, over this portion is ready. Now we need to create a pupil over here. So for that, I'm going to select my ellipse tool, and this time let's choose black color for now. And by holding shift, I'm going to create one ellipse. Or instead of that, what you can do, you can bring this slide 04, which is this one only. Let's bring this over here and select your ellipse tool, and by holding shift, create one mask on that ellipse. Then select this ellipse and press Ctrl Alt Home. Go to the Align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Press S, and let's scale this size. Then select this split, hit Ctrl D, press S, and again reduce the size. And this time, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this. I'll go to the Effect and Presets panel and search for Don, okay, so Don Hella asked me that, bro, do you prepare the script first? No, bro, I don't prepare any script, but obviously I watch these references from different websites that I'm going to create something like this in my live stream. And not script, but I have already practiced this today in my office as well before I directly come over here and to do any random stuff. No, it's not like that. I also do some preparation, and sometime I improvise this. For example, whatever I'm going to teach you till now, it's I haven't prepared this, it's improvised. But what I have practiced today, I'm going to do that after a few moments, that you'll know. Even the thumbnail over here I have created in my office. Okay, so yeah, but like whatever am I talking about it? No, I haven't prepared any script for that, because to be really honest, I'm not really pro at doing live stream. One of my friends suggested me that you should start to do live stream because it will connect with your audience, and it's best medium to to solve problems if your subscribers have any problem. Because what happens is that most of the people do comment on my YouTube videos, but I was very busy in my work. Everyone has their own life, their problems and etc. So it's not possible for me to go through all comments and answer about that. And but during live stream, like you are asking me that, then it's easy to solve your problems. uh, if I know the solution, obviously I'll tell you, but if I don't know, obviously I'm not. But the thing is that it's very easy to connect with your audience in live stream. Even I don't know, even I was not aware that live streams are so much positive, because I'm not a big fan of live stream. I haven't watched any live stream in my life. This is the first time I'm actually doing it. Okay, so yeah, so yep, that's the point. I'll get chance to connect with my audience. Okay, so now let's try to focus on what we are going to create today. Okay, yeah, so as you guys can see, we have created this pupil, but if you see eyes, the middle portion should be a little bit darker one. So let's select this, and I'm gonna go in my effect and presets panel and search for brightness and contrast and double click on it, and let's reduce the brightness of this one. Then again I'm going to select this and I'll hit Ctrl D, press S, and let's increase the scale, and let's decrease the brightness and increase the contrast a little bit. Okay, so we are gonna get something like that. And then there should be some shine in it. So for that, I'm going to select my ellipse, and by holding shift I'm going to create this kind of ellipse and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the align tab, or don't go to the align tab, let's keep it over here, but the change of the color should be white. Okay, like that. And now all of this should be after this split. Okay, like that. So and it should go somewhere around at this point. Okay, when this entire stuff is happening like that. Okay, so as you guys can see, we got this kind of structure over here. Now let's select all of this, and now we will try to do parenting for each and every one. So sorry, now for the parenting, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this fourth layer, and I'm going to make it a parent with fifth. Third should be parent with fourth, and the second should be parent with third. Okay, so what will happen if I select this fifth one? I'll move this over here, and if I select this fourth one, all of them are gonna move over here like that. Also, can you guys please let me know whether you can hear my voice or not, or if there is any problem. Okay, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so now when this thing opens, our eye should not be steady, it should bounce a little bit like it's opening. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this fifth layer, and when this eye is about to open at this point, I'm going to select all of them, and let's move this over here at this point. Then select this fifth layer and press P for position, create one keyframe, zoom in. Let's go somewhere around over here at this point and create one keyframe, and somewhere around at this, let's move this a little bit upward like that. Then select those keyframe and let's hit F9. So, and at the initial stage, it should be a downward. So obviously it will give a feel like it's going upward and coming downward. The same thing should be happening for all of them. But before that, let's try to do justice to this one. Then go few frame forward at this point. Let's bring this more downward and go few frame forward, and let's try to bring this at the center. So if you check it out this now, we will get something like that. Now over here, we are going to add one principle known as secondary action. So what that principle says is that suppose if this is my hand and I'm moving it like that, it's not just my hand moving, but also my fingers should also move. Okay, so what is that? That if this main object is moving, our this small object like this should also get moved. Okay, so for that, what I'm gonna do, let's select all of that and press P for position, and let's try to bring their position downwards and create one keyframe. Then go somewhere around at this point, and let's bring their position upward like this. Then when this goes downwards at this point, their position should go like that, and make sure that you are selecting all three of them. Okay, like that. And let's try to bring this over here, and then at this point it should again gain their original position. And now select those keyframe and let's hit F9. So if you check it out, this we are getting something like that, but obviously it looks weird. We'll fix that, don't worry. But what I personally think that it's coming at the center very fast. So let's select this last keyframe and let's move this a little bit over here like that. Okay, now I'm going to adjust the graph editor of all of these keyframes. So select their graph, go to the graph editor, zoom in, select this graph. By holding shift, move this handle over here, select this and move this handle over here. Then select this and move this handle over here, and select this and move this handle over here. So we will get this kind of bounciness over here. Then select this portion, move this handle over here, select this and move this handle over here. Okay, like that. So if you check it out this now, we will get something like that. Now what I personally think, this is taking too much time over here. So let's select all of those keyframes, and by holding Alt, I'm going to move them up to this. So what will happen? This animation will go a little bit faster. Now, as I said, there is a secondary action, but there should be a gap between these secondary actions. So for that, what I can do, I'm going to choose one strict, what you can say, a small tip I'm going to share with you, that whenever you want to do a secondary action, for example, if you check it out, Tom and Jerry animations over there, if you know that Tom is running, then you know their hairs are also moving in different directions. Okay, so how we can achieve that in any kind of animation to add one realism, that all you need to do is try to select their keyframes and you can bring them a little bit forward. For example, over here I'm going to bring the keyframes of upper layers somewhere up to this portion like that. I'm taking a gap of 2 frames in their keyframes. Then if you see over here, we are gonna get this kind of secondary action. If I take this gap a little bit more over here, for example, if I take this gap a little bit more, let's see how we will get our results. We are gonna get something like that. Okay, like that. Okay guys, so there is one person known as Aditya Tere who did super chat in this. For those who don't know who is Aditya Tere, he is my marketing manager in my office. Not in my office, yeah. So thank you, Tere sir. Okay, so let's stick with our animation. So as I said, this is the tip that I always follow. This is actually the principle that we do in animation, that there should be always a secondary action. Uh, then it will add more realism to your animation. Okay, now what I want is that this eyeball should look around and it should see something. So for that, what we can do, I'm going to select the slide 4, which is our main eyeball. What I'm gonna do, I'll select this side 04. I'll create one keyframe at this point, go few frame forward, and let's bring this over here. I'll take a gap, create another keyframe. I'll go few frame forward. I'm going to move this over here. Again, take a gap, create another keyframe, go few frame forward, and let's try to bring this over here. Take a gap of few frame and create one keyframe, go few frame forward, and let's try to bring this over here. So now if you check it out, this animation, you will get this, 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 and this, like that. Okay, over here. Now I'm going to select these keyframes, which is moving keyframes. I'll try to bring this a little bit over here. Okay, let's select those keyframes and hit F9. Okay, now I'm going to bring these keyframes back to their position, because this step we should follow when our entire eye animation is done. So after doing entire eye animation, pupil animation, I'll continue this procedure. Okay, right now I'll just stick with this one. Okay, now let's focus on this portion. Select this and try to bring this over here. Select this and try to bring this over here. Okay, now if this eye is moving, then obviously all the things which are inside this eye should also move. So let's select all of those and create one keyframe on each. Go somewhere around at this point. I'll select this and move this over here. This portion should look over here, and this portion should be watching over here. So if you see this now, we will get something like that. Okay, don't worry about the movement, we will check it out that later. Right now only focus on keyframes. One thing also you need to understand, that whenever you are going to work in this kind of animation, first thing you should care about this keyframe, then you should care about the graph editor. Okay, because graph editor you can adjust it later, but if the keyframes are wrong, it doesn't matter how good you are in graph editors, but everything is going to mess up. So first focus on keyframes, then worry about graph editor. Okay, and never forget to hit Control S, otherwise none of this matters anyway. Okay, then go over here, and then at this point let's try to bring this portion over here, bring this and bring this at this point. Then again go over here. By the way, for jumping between this keyframe, I'm going to choose this shortcut key J and K. J is for backward keyframes and K is for forward keyframes. Okay, then select all this and create another keyframes. Go somewhere around at this point. Let's select this portion, try to move this over here, try to move this over here. And I think there is should be, I don't think we need to change this portion, so let's keep it over here. Then again create another keyframes, go over here, and over here what you can do, you can simply press Ctrl C Ctrl V your original keyframes, like that. Okay, so if you check it out, this animation, now we will get this kind of animation. Okay, now we have already added our graph editor for this one. Now for this animations, this entire animations, I'm going to hit F9 to remove all the easy knees out. Then I'm gonna go in my graph editor. I'll select this graph. By holding shift, I'm going to move this handle over here, and I'm going to move this handle over here. So if you check it out this now, we will get this. Then we are gonna get this. Okay, like that. And now we can do that procedure where we will select this keyframe, and I'm going to take a gap of few frames, and I'll try to adjust them one by one like that. Like this. Okay, over here. Now everything looks good, but we all know that our eyes are not still, they always blink. So to do, we have already applied this CC split effect. I'm going to this. Okay, select this and press Ctrl Alt Home, and let's choose the stroke white color and hit OK. And stroke width, I'm going to choose 1 pixels, and let's make this fit. And let's remove the stroke and select the shape layer and press Ctrl Alt Home. Go to the Align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically like that. Okay, so make sure that this stroke is visible. Then go to the Align left, go to the shape layer, add and choose repeater. Go to the repeater one, go to the transform repeater one, and position. I'm going to bring this a little bit over here like that. Okay, so let's make this position up to 25, and let's increase the number of copies. Then minimize the shape layer, hit Ctrl D and press R for rotation, and let's rotate it on 90 degree. Then go to the Align tab and go Align horizontal, and then choose Align top. Then press S for scaling option, unlink this, and I'm going to increase the size. Then select both of these layers, and stroke width I'm going to choose 0.5. Okay, or even 0.1. We want very thin line over here. Okay, so if you check it out this now in box over here, we are getting this kind of stuff, and this thing should start at this point. So I'll go over here, select both of them, and let's bring this there over here. Now select both of this, press T for opacity, decrease the opacity to 0, create one keyframe, go few frame forward, and let's make this value 100. Okay, like that. So we'll get some small lines over here, and if you zoom in a little bit, as you guys can see, these lines are bended. Now there should be some drop shadow effect at this point. So for that, I'm gonna go in my effect and presets panel, and I'll search for drop shadow effect, and let's double click to apply, and let's increase the distance to 50, like that. Select this and let's choose softness to 400, and let's increase the distance a little bit more. And for the color, I'm going to pick up this color, not this one, but something which is related to this color. So if you check it out this now, we are gonna get this kind of animation structure over here like that. Okay, over here like that. Now as I said, that this thing should watch something which is going on over here. Okay, so for that we need to create some trails. So let's select this pen tool, then from here to here I'm going to create one stroke like that. Let's increase the size of this stroke. Select this and press Ctrl Alt Home. Again hit Ctrl D, press P, and let's try to bring this over here. Again hit Ctrl D, press P, let's try to bring this over here. Again hit Ctrl D, press P, and let's try to bring this over here. Oops, I think I haven't duplicated. And again hit Ctrl D, press P, and try to move this over here. Now the stroke width is same. I don't want stroke width should be same, so I'm going to bring this one to 20. Select this one. This one should be very less because this is on directly on the eye. So let's make this 5 pixels only. and this one should be 40 is enough. Okay, then select all of these layers, go to the search option and search for cap, and they are butt cap. We need round caps over here. We don't want butt caps, and hit U to minimize all of that. Now there should be animation of trim path. So let's go to the add menu and choose trim path. Go to the trim path and let's make this end value 0. Create one keyframe at end and one keyframe at start. Zoom in and go to around 1 second over here, and let's increase this end value as well as increase this start value. Then select this start value over here and try to bring this a little bit over here. So if you check it out this now, we will get something like that. Then select those keyframes and we are going to hit F9. Then we'll go to the graph editor. We will select this graph by holding shift. Sorry, I have selected pen tool. By holding shift, I'll move this handle over here and move this handle over here. So if you check it out this, we will get this kind of animation. Now let's go to the start, and we haven't created a keyframe at the start over here, so let's create it. Also, I'll go to around 2.10 frames. I'm going to create keyframe on both of these. Or let's move this a little bit over here. Now I'm going to alt click on this stopwatch and I'm going to search for loop out expression and simply apply that loop out expression. Hit Ctrl A to select it and Ctrl C to copy, and hit hold alt click and hit Ctrl V over there. So what will happen after this time, we will get that animation again. Then we need to select this trim path and hit Ctrl C, select all the other layers and hit Ctrl V. Then select all of these layers and hit U. Then bring this over here, and this one should be over here, and this one should be over here. I'm going to select all of these layers, and I want this animation should start when our eye animation is gonna get over here like that, or this one. Okay, so we'll get animation like it's going. Okay, like that. Okay, so let me drink some water. Also, if you have any queries or any suggestions or anything you want to say, the comment section is free, guys. You can talk it over there. Okay. Also, if you're enjoying this live stream yet, then don't forget to hit on that like button. Also hit on that subscribe button, and again I'll say this, please join our Motion Pro membership. It's just for 59 rupees, guys. You'll get access to all new videos, new project files, and much more interesting stuff. Okay. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have already created this, and now it seems that this eye is curious and something is going on over here. Now, not only this, but there should be something else should also be going from here. And I think on this layer, if you see, the caps are not round cap. So again, select this and choose round cap. Okay, this looks good. Now let's go to the main animation, and we have created this box over here, which is this one. So let's go inside this box, or let's select this box. Simply hit Ctrl C to select this box. Go to this animation 03 and hit Ctrl V, hit U, and let's see where is this box over here. Now let's do one thing, delete all those keyframes. Okay, we don't need to add those keyframes. Let's hide this box just for now. Now when this entire animation is going, I want this box should be also here. Let's press S and let's reduce the size of this box. I want this box should also be gone from here to here. So initially let's bring this downwards. Press P for position to create one keyframe. Go few frame forward somewhere around at this point, and simply bring this portion over here. Okay, you simply increase this middle value and try to bring this over here like that. Okay, let's make this fit like that. Okay, somewhere around at this point. Let's move this over here. Okay, now let's go to the start, press R for rotation, create one keyframe, hit U, go over here, and let's make this value 1 1 1. Okay, so if you check it out this now, you'll get something like that. Now select this, hit Control D, hit U, go over at the last frame, click on this position word over here, so it will automatically select all the keyframes and try to bring this portion up to this one. Okay, and let's bring this upward. Similarly, bring this downwards. Okay, at this point it should also go upward. Then select this, press S, and let's reduce the scale. Okay, so if you see, we are getting this kind of stuff. Hit U, go over here, select this box, hit Control D, hit U. So again, select those position keyframes and try to bring them over here like that. And this time I'm going to increase the scale. Okay, so hit U. So if you see this now, we'll get something like that. Now there should be something difference between these portions. So let's select this one. I'll go to the effect and presets panel and I'll search for Gaussian blur effect and double click to apply and increase this value to 50. Not 500 but 50. Okay, like that. Then select this one, again apply Gaussian blur and let's choose this value 50. Okay, like that. And now there should be a gap between these animations. So let's go to around over here, select this, move this over here, move this over here, and I'm going to select their keyframes as well, the last keyframes, and I try to adjust their difference like that. Okay, there should be some difference between their speed. Okay, like this portion. Yeah. Now hit U. Now right click, new, and create one adjustment layer. I'm gonna go in my effect and presets panel and I'm going to search for magnify effect and apply this distort magnify. From name itself you can understand what this effect does. It will do magnification of your stuff. So this magnify effect has this center. I'm going to click on this point and I'll try to bring this over here, and let's increase the size up to 150 like that, and we will go somewhere around at this point. This animation is starting from this point, so let's move this over here and let's bring this center downward over here and create one keyframe. Hit U, go somewhere around over here and let's bring this portion totally up to this one. Okay, like that. So if you check it out, this over here, along with that you will get that effect. Then I'm going to select this layer, I'll hit Control D, I'll hit U, and I cannot move this adjustment layer, so I need to move this center. So let's select the center over here and click on that center and try to bring those keyframes somewhere around over here. This time I'm going to select this and size I'm going to choose 80. Then I'll select this, I'll hit Control D, hit U, select the centers and try to bring this over here, and this time size I'm going to choose 120. Okay, so if you check it out this and if you make this fit, we are getting this kind of effect. Okay, so now I want this effect continuously, so I'm going to alt click on this stopwatch and let's apply loop out expression and hit Control C to copy and hit Control V to paste it. Okay, and let's see whether we are getting this again. Yes, now there should be a distance between their speed, so I'll adjust their speed like that. Also I'll adjust their distance between these layers like this and hit U. Okay, then select all of these layers and try to bring this somewhere around at this point. So I'll try to bring this over here like that. So if you check it out, this animation now, we will get something like that. Okay, like this. Okay, like this, we will get something like that. Okay, so now let's see in main animation how this entire thing is gonna look. So from the start, we'll get this animation. It will take a little bit time to load, but obviously because we are doing so many different stuff. Yep. So this is how we will get this animation till now. Then we'll get this ball animation, then they are duplicating, then there is a transition with this kind of effect, and then there is a eye animation which is happening somewhere around at this point, like that. Okay, like that. So let's go forward. Let's close all of this. Now I'm going to go somewhere around at this point when this entire animation is ending at this point over here. Let's increase the duration of it at this point over here. Let's zoom in. Let's go inside this. Now let's try to do our animation again. Now we know that we have this slide over here, which is this one over here. As you guys can see, we have this. Now what I want is that this entire stuff should be gone and only this one should be remaining. So what I'm gonna do, let's change the color of this one to yellow. Now I'm going to select all of these layers. For example, this over here, somewhere around at this point. Uh, let's press S and create one keyframe. Hit U and let's make their value should be 0. Now select those keyframe and if you see, we are getting something like that. Okay, but obviously if you make this 0, we will get a different result because all of them are parent with each other. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to press Ctrl Shift D to split this layer, and I'm going to bring them at the top, and I'm going to remove the parenting of each and every one like that, and then hit U or press S, select their keyframes, and I'm going to hit F9 on easing those keyframe. Then go to the graph, select this graph by holding shift, move one handle over here and move one handle over here like that. Okay, so we'll get this kind of stuff. So if you check it out this now, after this animation over here, let's make this quarter resolution. Otherwise it will take a lot of time to load like that. Okay, now similarly at this time, what I want that this split animation over here. But if you see, honestly, this looks weird. So let's change this animation. I'm going to delete this. Instead of scaling animation, we will do something else. Let's increase this and also remove this scale animation. It looks quite weird to me. Now let's select the split animation first. Hit U and then select this last keyframe and bring this over here like that. And over here I'm going to increase this size of this entire portion. Similarly, I'll create one keyframe at point A and one keyframe at point B. Hit U, I'll go to the end keyframe and I'm going to try to move this portion entirely out of this portion and entirely out of this area like that. Okay, then select those keyframe and let's hit F9 like that. Okay, over here. Now At this blink, what I want is that this should be gone. So let's select all of this eyes over here, and let's select this, and by holding Alt, close square bracket, trim up to this. Okay, so it's not gonna be visible at this point. And select this area and try to bring this a little bit over here, so it will be a little bit smoother. Okay, like that. So if you check it out, this first we will get this animation like that. And at this point over here, uh, all the other stuff, for example this, all of them should be gone somewhere around at this point. So I'll hold Alt, close square bracket to trim up to this like that over here. So yep, this is how you can create this kind of portion over here. So let's see what we have created today. Yesterday we did this animation, which is quite cool. Okay, we have applied all our After Effect knowledge and we have created this. And in today's stream we have created this kind of transition, then we have created this kind of eye animation. Okay, like that. And now after this, whenever we are going to do live stream, maybe tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow, we will try to continue this animation. Okay, so that's it for today's live stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream, and let me know in the comment section whether you're liking this live stream or not. And if you have anything in mind, like anything topics related to After Effects or anything uh, related to, you know, video editing and 3D animation and any other stuff, if I'm capable enough, I'll try to answer those questions. If I'm not, then yeah, there is ChatGPT as well. Yeah, so yep, thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out my Motion Pro membership. I have applied other contents over there as well. You'll get all the advanced After Effects tutorials, motion graphic tutorials, Blender tutorials, as well as my personal favorite Google logo animation series. If you watch the series, you will love it. You'll get to know so many different stuff about how creatively you can animate Google logo, because Google logo personally it's very unique, their color combination. I don't know, it's very simple, but it's very unique, and you can create so many different things out of that logo. And I have created 10 logo animations in that series, and 4 other extra animations about that as well. So yep, join my Motion Pro membership. It's just for 59 rupees, as well as I always say, it's going to be a support for this channel. And thank you so much again to watch the stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you like this, hit on that like button, subscribe button, and share this with your friends as much as you can. Okay, so yeah, thank you.